Senator Fatima Payman, a Labour senator, has been given approval effectively to breach the caucus rule. Now, the caucus rule in the Labour Party provides that you must stick to caucus decisions, you can't exercise individual judgment, you can't vote against the party position, and you can't cross the floor. And that has been enforced rigorously in the past. I think it's wrong. I think it breaches the Constitution because it takes away the judgment of politicians. But it's the Labour rule. It's been applied in the past. Now, why was it relaxed in an attempt to mollify Senator Payman? Was there even an arrangement in advance that she be allowed to do this? We don't know, but it looks as though now she may be going to leave the party. And the reason is pretty obvious. It goes back to the position taken by a minister in a government who decided that he would have to stand against the Prime Minister and go against the long-standing bipartisan policy in Australia that we did not support Palestinian membership, Hezbollah membership in some form in the United Nations. And the argument put at that time, and it still is this: how can we possibly support this policy from the steps of the Lakemba Mosque? In other words, the Labour Party is saying, we fear Muslim voters who may vote against us if we don't support some of these policies. And that's why the senator was allowed to cross the floor. And now she's saying that she's going to leave the Labour Party because she's being punished for her insistence that she could do this again. But something worse has recently happened. In the newspapers at the time that this is being recorded, the Daily Telegraph, for example, has a headline, Israel Insult. And the Australian government has really insulted our ally, Israel. And they've brought the ambassador, they've summoned the ambassador to come to the Department of Foreign Affairs and to be dressed down. Now, in diplomatic style, this is a very serious thing to do. You don't often summon a foreign ambassador and dress down that ambassador unless you really have something very serious to say. And what they've told the ambassador is that if there is a war by Israel against Hezbollah, we will not support Israel. Now, Israel is fully justified in relation to a war against Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a terrorist group. Hezbollah, with Iranian support, Iranian money and Iranian missiles, had all sorts of missiles launched on Israel quite recently. Hezbollah is a very dangerous organization, a terrorist organization, and it is absolutely appalling that the Albanese government should be favoring a terrorist organization against the only democracy in the Middle East. And this is a democracy in which both Israeli, Jewish, and Israeli Arab citizens are entitled to vote. There are Israeli Arabs in the parliament. There's an Israeli Arab on the Supreme Court. Israel is a democratic state, the only state in the Middle East. It is an ally of the West. It is a Western country. And yet, the Albanese government, the foreign minister, Senator Wong, has had the Israeli ambassador summoned to attend the Department of Foreign Affairs, to be dressed down and told that we would not support Israel if they went to war against a terrorist organization, Hezbollah, which has major control of what we refer to as the West Bank, that is Judea and Samaria. This is absolutely appalling that the Albanese government should favor a terrorist organization over a democratic state which is an ally and friend of Australia.